Hey guys, so this video was originally part of a free resource that I shared on my website. I took it down a few months ago, but I thought it would be nice to just bring it in here too, instead of, just not using it anymore. It shows how I begin a painting, just the very first layer. And even though it was filmed a while ago, I think it's a really good reminder that we all should start simply and with curiosity. I hope you enjoy it. Hi. So I guess I'll just get going and yeah, I'll try and explain everything as we go. I'm going to start with some of these pastels. I don't really, think too much about colors and stuff. I just like to kind of get started with something, and it's only a first layer, so it's going to kind of disappear before I even get started almost. So I just got my pastel out, and I'm just going to do anything that just my body wants to do. I'm not really going to think too much about what it looks like. I'm not criticizing myself or anything. I'm just having fun. I want to play and have fun. And remember, these marks are going to disappear, most likely. I'll just pick that up. All right, so I'm going to keep going. And if at any point I want to change what color I'm using, I'll just do that. Because I kind of found two colors that I wanted to start with. I'm going to switch a bit, and I'm going to get some charcoal because I want to use some charcoal too. And my charcoal is pretty thick, so that when I lay it flat, I get these really strong marks from it. And I don't worry about what's going to happen when I start painting with the charcoal and stuff, because what happens, happens. And as I said, it's only a first layer, so I try not to think too much about it. I'm just having fun, guys, and that's what I want you to do when you paint. Just have fun. That's the most important thing you can do for yourself as an artist, and not only for yourself, guys, but for the people who actually look at your work. They're gonna love the marks you make because they're honest, okay? So that's what we're looking for. Marks that are you and that you like to make because they're fun, right? So we're all concentrating on having fun. That's what we want to do. I have water solubles here too, guys. So I'll see, maybe what color I want. Let's see. I think I'm going to go in with the brown. I have this, or is it black? No, it's brown. I'm just scribbling away, making the marks that I want to make. And that's it. All right, and if I wanted to now, I could, I'm just going to get my water bottle. If I wanted to now, I could just spray some of that water soluble and that charcoal a bit, just, so I get some drips going. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's no big deal. I just wanted to show you that you could do that. And then I'm going to get a brush. And I have all my paints ready to go. And I always do this, guys. I always make my colors, mix my colors first before I start, so that I know that I have colors that I really want to work with. And I just went right over that soft pastel just because I wanted to. No reason or anything, just because I wanted to. And you see, I'm not worrying about the charcoal or any of the stuff that's on the canvas already. I'm just concentrating on being me and having fun. And you could always like make marks in your paint. I love to turn my brush and just have fun with that. And I think I'm going to put some of that down here too. And I always paint the sides. So I'm going to try and get the paint on the sides of the canvas too. Now this is only a first layer. I'm usually not this worried about it, but it's always nice to just do it and make it like something that you always do. All right, oops, look at that. Get it back up there. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get another brush. I'm choosing a whiter brush this time. And I think I want to work with a darker color. So I'm going to dive right into that like red, deep reddish brown color that I have. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. It's a beautiful color. Okay. Get some more of it. And maybe I'll just put like a dot of it there. And I always try to just like spread my colors throughout the canvas. I always work on my whole canvas when I start. I try not to concentrate on one spot or anything. And then I might just even come in and work with my palette knife. I love doing that too, so. Yeah. It's always so fun because you never know what's going to show up on the canvas. You just relaxed, right? And having fun. And then if I want, I could come in with like maybe a black, maybe I have the brown one over here. I'll use that again. And I could come in with this and then just make marks again. And what the marks do is that they help me with something so that I have something to kind of react to on the canvas. It's like once there's something on there, I can, respond to it. And it's a kind of dance, I think. It's like, all right, I have a mark. Let's see what my body wants to do with the paintbrush. Maybe the paintbrush will just work around the same area. And that's what you see I've done. I just like to have something to work from, to respond to. And you see, I'm bringing in red. So you can kind of do whatever you like. So I just wanted to take 5 seconds to let you know, just in case you ever feel stuck in the messy middle of your paintings, that you can download my free guide, The Clarity Checklist. It's really helpful when you're not sure what to do next. So if you want to download it, you'll find the link both in the comments and in the description. And bring in some of that green. Oh, it doesn't want to hang today, this canvas of mine keeps falling down, huh? All right, let's see. And I'll put some of it up here too. And what's important, guys, is to, when the painting is like really wet like this, I try not to like paint into the wet paint too much, or else I'll just, you see, it'll just spread. So, you know, I don't mind if I'm doing it now, I don't mind that, but I don't want to do that over the whole canvas or anything. All right, I'm going to turn it again. I always love to keep my canvas moving round and round so that I can see, you know, different sides of the painting and what I like the best. All right, I'm going to get another clean brush. So I use a lot of brushes. I don't use that much water. I like to kind of keep it simple. If I do use water, I'll spray it on the canvas like I just did now. And remember, this is just the first layer, so just be kind to yourself. Don't try to keep those bad thoughts out of your head, because it's just the first layer, right? It's not just, you know, supposed to become a great masterpiece after like one layer. And a lot of the times when I do something, I'll just pull back and I'll look and I'll see. I know this is a bit early in my painting, but I still try to, you know, keep doing that. So I'm going to turn it around again, see what I have. Yeah, I kind of like the color combination. I'm pretty happy with that, but I think I want more of the blues, and I'm going to bring in that darker blue, or the mid-tone. And why does this keep falling on me? Annoying. So now you see all my marks under almost disappearing, right? I'm not worrying about painting over them or anything. And if they stay, they stay. It's no like big deal, but I'll come and I'll get another color and I'll just start all over again. Let's see, I don't know what color I want though. Maybe this light blue. And I'll scrape through the paint and make whatever marks that I want to make. All right, and I'm going to I'm going to keep going with that mid-tone. All right, I'm coming back in with the palette knife just to get some more marks going. And then I'm going to get a really thin brush. I have any? Yeah, this is thin enough. And I'm going to see if I can put some lines in here. And I think I'll just pull them right in here. And sometimes when I do this, you see the paint is still wet. So I'll just come in and I'll just kind of fill in the the gaps there. And if it doesn't turn out the same color, that's all right too. So I'm just going to make some marks with it. Not put some up there. Maybe I'll put something here, and I don't know. I'm just making marks just to get something going. And as you see, I don't focus on the middle. What happens in the middle just happens. And we're going to get some more of that mid-tone of the purple color. And let's see what we can do with that. Maybe, now I'm starting to think maybe that's not the right color to use there, because I have a lot of the same color in this already. So I think I'm gonna put it over here and just kind of see what happens with that. And maybe I'll do the same over here. Yeah. Now I think I have this coral color that I really like here. And I wanted to use some of that. So I think I'll put that up here. And I'm using a lot of colors today. A lot of the time I'll just use a few, but I was like, I really want to use a lot of color today, so I listen to that. I love to listen to what my body is telling me, because, yeah, that's what's going to make me happy, right? Yeah. I like this color. Yeah, we'll leave it there at that. And then I have this blue here, and I'm just going to make it a bit lighter, because I just want a really light blue. So I put a lot of white in it, and I have my brush with some of that blue in it. So we're just going to go with that. And now remember, this paint is wet, right, guys? So I'm trying to be careful now so that I don't end up with a mess. Because you could do that, right? I bet you've had that experience already, where the paint just turns into this mud. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to be a bit careful with the painting. And now I just want to close up these gaps that I have with that dark red. So I'm going to do the same thing, I think. I think I'm just going to put a little bit of white into that light purple or red purple. And just make it a bit lighter. And then maybe just try to close the gap, so to speak. Yeah, the paint is getting in there. I don't mind that. I'm just going to keep going. Things don't always go as planned, guys. That's a part of painting. So, all right. Is there anything else I want to close up? Maybe over here. All right. So this is my first layer, and that's how I start. And as you can see, it doesn't really turn into anything special, but now I have something to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around before I stop, because the paint is still wet, right? So I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to take a good look at it from every angle and try and see what I want to keep in there. All right? So I kind of like it this way. I don't know if it has something to do with the scribbles and the lines that are going down there, but I'm going to keep going and just see if I like it any other way. Yeah, it's not too bad that way either. And the reason I'm doing this is that before the paint dries, I want to make more marks in that wet paint. And I usually like to, have a feeling like maybe what direction do I want to go in, and if I want to keep the painting in. I kind of like it like this. I like that the lines are drawing my eyes down on that side. And I like those purple marks at the top, the light purple. So I think I'm going to bring more of that light purple in. Like that. Oh yeah, I even forgot the sides here, so get that done as well. And I think, yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe I'll just make the bottom one here a bit thicker. Yeah. That is, I think that's the right way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find different tools that I can have fun with. I have these scrapers that I might be able to do something with. And who knows, I might like or not like. So this I don't like, so I'm just going to cover it up. It's no big deal, right? Okay, so I think I'm just going to concentrate on making thinner lines. I just have to get something to dry this off with. So maybe I'll just, yeah, I like that better. And then I try to lift my tools so that I don't drag it over the whole painting. And then I get my paintbrush in and I'll just paint over some of it. I'll just have fun doing this. This is all free, intuitive. I'm not worried about anything, not thinking about anything actually. And that's what's so good about it. I just love this part of a painting because it's so intuitive and it's just fun. So I have this light blue right smack in the middle, and I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm going to try and put some more of that blue in and see what happens. And yeah, I'm thinking I need to maybe cover it up. A bit anyhow. And a clean brush and some of this green, this dark green maybe. And then we'll come back in with the lines. So I don't think I would do anything else actually, guys, on this first layer. I think I would just stop just about here and see what happens to it when it dries. And I usually just sit down and then like have a good thought about what I want to do as a next step. So I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, it was fun painting for you.